What's good, big dog? It's your boy Dre and Big A, and we back up in this thing. What's good, Big A?
Hey, what's happening, man? You know what it is. I'm back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man. About to have a live one tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna give everybody some time to get up in here. We're gonna parlay, we're gonna talk, and we're gonna make sure that we do everything we're supposed to do to move the game forward tonight. Tonight's episode is going to consist of a lot of things, and I'll be covering it a couple different times to make sure that everybody, as they get in here, has the opportunity to hear and see exactly what we're going to cover tonight. Tonight, we're going to cover some American Pitbull Terrier history throughout the show, specifically Lightner and Tudor. We did not get to the Fitzwater recording, but when you see the recordings for the night, you will understand why. In those videos, we're going to cover some of the old families of dogs. Then we're going to talk about open discussion on marker training, covering subjects such as common issues, how we choose treats, fading the lure, how to administer shots in dewormer, and then we're going to have some drawings throughout the show. To win our drawings, all you have to do is be able to identify the dog that we have on the screen and then have a cash app available to get paid. Once again, welcome to the show. If you just get in here, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share it out to the rest of YouTube so we can be put out in the algorithm. And make sure that y'all paying attention to the video because there's a lot of educational things here that I haven't seen anywhere else on YouTube. Now, before we get too deep off into the show, I have a thank you video for everybody who helped us reach over 2,100 subscribers. We're gonna launch that video out here in just a second. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're following us on Facebook and Instagram, make sure you come over to the YouTube and holler at us because there are more notifications on our YouTube than any other platform that we go live on. With that being said, let me go and kick these shout outs out to all the countries around the world. I want to give some shout outs to some countries, some cities, and some people. First, I want to shout out the United Kingdom. In the last 30 days, y'all hit us up. The Philippines, Canada, Germany, India, South Africa, Australia, Trinidad and Tobago, the Netherlands. And if you hear your country, make sure you leave a comment to let us know you were here and represent your country. Jamaica, Poland, New Zealand, Italy, France, Spain, Mexico, Guyana, the Bahamas, Czechia, Malaysia, Barbados, Israel, Puerto Rico, Indonesia, Japan, Sweden. Yeah, we see all of y'all. Uzbekistan, Antigua and Barbuda, Suriname, Denmark, Kenya, South Africa, South Korea, Thailand, and United Arab Emirates. As far as specific cities in those countries, let me give y'all shout outs as well. For all y'all cities out there, when you hear your city, make sure you rep your city. Throw it up. New York City, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Houston, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Charlotte, NC, baby, Detroit, London, Phoenix, Denver, Miami, San Francisco, Austin, Baltimore, Orlando, Kingston, Jamaica, Seattle, Washington, Sydney, Australia, Las Vegas, San Diego, Cleveland, Nashville, San Antonio, Toronto, Sacramento, Boston, Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Raleigh, NC, baby, Georgetown, Guyana, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, Manila in the Philippines, Louisville, Tampa, Bridgetown, Barbados, Quezon City, Philippines, Honolulu, Hawaii, Columbus, Ohio, Perth, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, Brisbane, Oklahoma City, Washington, St. John's, Antigua and Barbuda, Paramaribo, Hyderabad, Auckland, New Zealand, and San Jose, California. Shouts out to all of y'all. And finally, let me give a shout out to some of our lifetime supporters. Imperial Flame Kennels, Woods Time, Constant Pressure Kennels, K9 Swift, Spirit World Sounds, Going Hard Kennels Reloaded, Razor Ray, Mayhem Kennels, Arc LA Combine, Weedy Boy Game Dogs, Deep South Kennels, We Royalty Kennels, Helico, Jor Class 81, The Super Pack, Lotus Flower Family, I Sabi Skit, All Will Kennels of the Carolinas, Apex Traveler 9445, 1-2, Grind Mode Kiddos GMK, Julius Schoolfield aka Jew Lover, Soul Power aka Gained Up Kennels, Bottom Boy Kennels, Zola the American Bully, Donnie McKeckler, Gory Gabeef, Kev BLB Kennels, CBBK, Mike Lee, Sick Witted Ball Pythons, City Boy Kennels, Rails Kennels, Mozzie Nation, It's Real Raw, Po Boys Fighting Nation, The KJs, Geeky Goon, We Got Bulldogs, Keith on the Go, Different Breed Kennels, Calypso Booker, Big Tree, Full Blown Yoan, Ironhead Bill, Ario, the American Pitbull Terrier Service Dog in Training, HLT Wonder 101, Scary Cats, Decoys and Dog Training, Royola Mufasa, Fast Lane Game Dogs 12, and Alan Berry. Salute to everybody, every country, every city, every hood in the world. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'd like to send a shout out to everybody, man. See y'all, man. Much love from around the world, from San Antonio to your city, man. It's all love, man. We love y'all, man. And we see y'all, and we appreciate it.
Yo, man. Shouts out to all y'all in the chat. Y'all know we about to do a roll call. Big A, you got anything you want to say before I kick off this roll call?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the wifey, man, and shout out to Miss Williams, man. You know, the support is all good, you know, from the outside, but when it's coming from within, man, it means everything, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. So with that being said, let me get right to it with the roll call. For roll call tonight, in the house, we got Crockett, Dickie Foster, Arrowhead Kennels, Jamila, Wife Love of My Life Williams, Supreme Excellence 1, the lowest Hine. What's up, Mom Dukes? Tony M.
Tony.
Yes, sir. Heart and Finish. Yes, sir. What's good, big dog? Schoolboy in the building. Shouts out to you, Schoolboy.
Hey.
We hope to make you proud tonight. Yes, sir. Big A, go ahead and take over real quick. I need to shoot the link out to the other brothers and make sure they can get in here.
Yeah, shout out to Arrowhead, man. Supreme Excellence. What's up, man? I see you. Crockett, you know. Hard Finish, man. We see you, man. Arrowheads, man. Dickie Foster, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Always here, man. Always around, showing support, man. We love you, man. Eli Monster, another one. You know. Who else in here, man? We got some shout out to everybody coming in from Facebook. You know that Facebook is what's up, man. We see y'all, man. Uh Hines, what's up? Word,
Yes, sir.
word, yeah, word, what's up? No,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Hey, so Big A, I did want to address this real quick, bro. So tonight throughout the show, we started something on Saturdays live, and I want to keep it pushing so we can introduce some dogs. We heard y'all feedback, we took it. So we got 3 dogs that are going to show up throughout the show, and the tiers of payouts are going to progressively go up. The first dog is going to be a champion. That dog, when you identify it, you put it in the chat first. The first person to identify that dog correctly in the chat will be receiving a cash app. This first cash app is going to be a $5 cash app. Then we're going to follow that up with a $10 cash app. And then finally, we're going to close out the show with the grand champion dog for the night. And that dog is going to be worth $20 for the first person who can identify it. Now, mind you, throughout the show, We want to change our structure so there's gonna be some commercials throughout the show for sure. We want to push our products. We want to make sure everybody can see what we have to offer. But we also have some educational videos that we recorded documentary style, and we want to put it out. My goal is to be the most interactive live in the world. That's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Like, we trying to be the most interactive. Like, you have to be here and you have to be active to win. But you can win, and simply knowing the dogs can be enough to get you some bread tonight. So I highly encourage y'all. We looking at two champions and a grand champion tonight. And what I'll do is I'll post them on the screen. If you can identify it off of looks, then what we'll do is I'll start going through the pedigree of the dog and giving you the pedigree of the dog until y'all can whittle it down to which champion it is. The goal is to start identifying some bloodlines and some dogs that you don't hear as much in the mainstream. Saturday was easy. We had Croata in there for crying out loud. But today we're going to make it a little more difficult for y'all, and we got an amazing show for you. Up first, Big A did an amazing piece on William J. Lightner. I'm going to let him talk about his piece real quick, and then we're going to air that piece so y'all can see the video, the premiere right here tonight. Big A.
Yeah, man. William Lightner, man. It's a lot of history to it, man, and it goes back before the Civil War, and it goes to show you that these dogs have been around a lot more than they've been documented, and that's a big thing, man. And I just wish we had more information from further back, especially coming from Europe, mainly Ireland. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
sir. Live your life, dogs. We see you. Fat Bill, we see you. Y'all sit back and be entertained.
William Joseph Lightner was born in Baltimore, Maryland in 1879. His grandfather was already matching dogs of his own particular game strand in 1850 and never sold a single dog. William Lightner would later continue that legacy with the game strand of high caliber dogs sent to him in Colorado of that era. He attended matches at the age of 6 every week in an old ice house in Baltimore, Maryland. Mr. Lightner's father and uncles continued to win after their father retired, never selling a dog. M.J. Lightner once sold that his grandfather raised them before the Civil War. It is quite possible that they were even here during the Revolutionary War, but little is known about the earliest importations because nothing was written about them. Books and periodicals containing information about dogs were rare in those days. The most famous importations were from Ireland and were generally made by the Irish themselves after they immigrated to this country. The bulk of the Irish pit importations coincides or closely follows the great Irish migration that resulted from the famous potato famine. Most of the Irish dogs were small and very closely inbred, but their gameness was proverbial, especially that of a group of strains that was known as the Old Family. In 1894, William J. Lightner became a prize fighter, winning around the East. He was also a singer, and this is something he liked to do away from matching dogs. He'd sing in saloons and match dogs. Unlike many of his fights, many were bare knuckle bouts. He would often speak of Illinois River, Mississippi, and Missouri rivers where fights took place on boats, cock and dog fights, especially Cripple Creek, Colorado, where he stayed. In the late 1890s, he had 4 dogs, and his 2 sparring partners fought his way to the Pacific coast. He made a lot of monies in Oregon, and his journey to the Pacific coast was profitable with only 2 dogs left. He made it to San Francisco resting at Jim Corbett. When he settles in Colorado, he got more dogs from back home, 32 game bitches. He will marry Mrs. Lightner, great support to her husband, breeding and matches. In 42 years, their success and winning rate was very high, as his wife was a very serious fanatic on dogs being tested and put in the box as well. Mrs. Lightner died suddenly, and they had 3 children. There was mention you could visit his home among framed old photos of Miss Lightner's great dogs over the fireplace. In the front room, Miss Lightner framed pictures in her youth, a beautiful woman whom dedicated fresh flowers daily. William Lightner died in 1959, February 13th, in Colorado Springs, Colorado. His dogs were well remembered by those who had honor to see them go or hear of their superb games. Lightner dogs will always be remembered, and so will Mr. Lightner. Hosted by Preserving the Bully Breeds.
Here, Big A.
Yes,
Amazing
sir.
job, bro. Amazing
Appreciate
job,
it.
bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And that blood is still alive today, brother. Yeah, man. Brother Charles Johnson, welcome to the chat. And for those of y'all who don't know, for this month and throughout the year, we're going to just be kind of educating. This is kind of like the Sesame Street of the dog channels. These are some of the older lines. If you're younger to the game and as green as me, you may not know them. So we want to put these documentaries forward and give credit where credit is due. Also, there are some legends in the chat that we'll be covering later on in the year. So if y'all not read up on Schoolboy, if y'all not read up on Fat Bill, Going Hard, and the others, make sure y'all read up on them, because when it's their turn to be on the show, I guarantee you on that live, the dogs that you identify will be dogs that were owned by the legends that are still living, where you can ask them about the dogs yourself, and they actually have their own channels, Fat TV and Richard Garcia Schoolboy. Both of these brothers have great products. Fat Bill did an amazing auction last night on his channel. Schoolboy sells books. They both have keeps, and I would love to see for the Digital Dog Show, one of y'all put Fat Bill's keep against Schoolboy's keep. That way, those brothers can get that bread for what they've earned and what they put down for us. Big A, back to you.
Yes, sir, man. Uh Man, I can't wait to get into Schoolboy, man, and Going Hard, man. I think they got some I think they keeps a probably, mildly different, but I want to see the results, with people come in with the dog show, the digital dog show. I think that'll be live, man. Yeah. I think
Yes,
that'll
sir.
definitely
Yes,
be
sir.
live. Yeah.
Amen. So we come to that first portion of the show, y'all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the first dog on the screen. This dog is a champion dog. Now, when I show y'all the dog, make sure that you actually have. If you're not comfortable with typing your cash app out, then go on Facebook. But make sure you can find Samurai Kennel's page on Facebook. Follow us and send us a PM in there once you're identified as the winner. This first dog right here is a champion, and he is going on the screen right now.
Name that dog.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Look like Saki a little bit.
Yeah, Saki wish he looked like that dog right there. That dog look. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, this is a great example of what a good dog's supposed to look like, man. What a good dog is supposed to look like. Prime example of a great American Pitbull Terrier. Big A, if you will monitor the chat for the first person with the answer.
Yeah, I'm watching right now.
All right. I'm going to start reading down the pedigree for y'all and helping y'all dwindle this down to make sure that
Hey,
y'all.
Walk 'em down Ram say Champ Cowboy. Shout out to Walk 'em down.
Hey, Ram, he looked like Cowboy, but that's not Cowboy right there.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I'm just looking. I'm just looking.
All right, I'm gonna start helping y'all out. On the top side of this dog, in the 4th generation pedigree, Lapasse's Dubs to Lapasse's Dot, Walling's Bully Son to Carver's Amber, Giroux's Gunner to Beal's Ginger, Walling's Bully Son to Carver's Amber again, Crenshaw's Rascal to Crenshaw's Sandy, Grand Champion Brabham and Singleton's Snake to Crenshaw's Missy, a Rascal to Sandy again, and Singleton Snake to Crenshaw's Missy again. That's what's in the 4th generation of this pedigree, y'all. Once again, this dog is a champion.
We. Nah, ain't got. We don't have any answers yet.
Not yet. I see some good guesses though. All right,
Mm.
y'all. We're gonna intensify it to push this along. What's good, Outlaw Texas Kennels? Hey, Crockett said Hunch. No, sir, not quite Crockett. This dog's a little bit older than Hunch. In the third generation, you have Finley's Bow to Crenshaw's Honey Bunch. On top of Crenshaw's Otis to Crenshaw's Honey Bunch. You have Snake Man's Pedro to Garner's Honey. You have Snake Man's Pedro to Garner's Honey again.
Arrowhead said Pit Stops Bandit.
Hey, Arrowhead with the bullet. Arrowhead, I already got your cash out, bro. Coming through. Coming through. Arrowhead with the kill. So now, y'all, I'm gonna put the pedigree on the screen so y'all can see it, because the goal is to give these dogs the credit they deserve. Now, mind you, no dogs bred, raised, sold, or propagated for any illegal purposes. This is for historical value only. But to know the future of the breed, you must know the past. The purpose of this game, the second and third order effects, is it's going to educate people on dogs they may not have heard of or seen themselves. Also, if y'all know about these dogs that have personal stories, please share them in the chat to educate myself and my brothers, because I don't know everything. And this chat is only as interactive and as educational as you make it. Arrowhead, in the meantime, I'm going to get that cash app ready for you, my brother. Arrowhead is our $5 winner.
And Arrowhead trying to clean up around here, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Rancho Kennels, what's up? Mike Dan, Almighty One, what's happening?
Hey, man, this is going to be the next question for you. Just so y'all tracking, the next question will be a $10 question. The dog is going to be a champion as well. I'm going to leave that up on the screen so y'all can review that and everything. And then we're going to push with the show. Arrowhead, great job, bro. Great job. All right, y'all. Next dog, our next portion of the show, we have another legendary dog man to cover. This legendary dog man is known as the Oklahoma Kid. Now, this segment I did. Big A did an amazing job. He has a much better speaking voice than I do. I wish I had a little bit more bass in my voice. I probably should have gargled some salt water before I did my spit. But definitely we're going to cover that. Real quick, though, I got an advertisement for y'all, and then we're going to get right back to the show.
Incoming.
What's good, big dog? New shipment of cowhides in. 1 for 30, 2 for 45, 3 for 50.
We make it look easy.
Yeah, man. So that's just the hides commercial, man. And if y'all have commercials, we need to do advertisement for right now. As we're growing our platform and you want to get your product out there, just make sure you do quality product, quality business, because I don't want to propagate or put anybody up there who's going to do bad business. Hey, y'all, my wife just texted me. She said she looked at the page. She was going to answer. Yeah, man. And that's great. Also, shouts out to all the ladies in the chat. I know for a fact our female audience is growing because I looked at our statistics to look at the countries, cities, and the individuals who recently joined or the individuals who have been following us for greater than 365 days. And it shows that we went from a 10% female audience to an 18.5% female audience. So thank y'all who are sharing. Thank y'all who are letting y'all family members know about us. We genuinely appreciate it. For this next segment, go my bad, Big A. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I was just saying we sure do. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right. So for this next segment, y'all, we're gonna cover the legendary kid, Oklahoma Kid, Earl Tutor. For this Earl Tutor portion, I want y'all to listen to some specifics about Earl Tutor, and this is a rendition. It's a reading excerpt from Don Mayfield's writing. Without further ado, our segment on Earl Tutor. Earl Tutor, 1893 to 1977. The Oklahoma Kid by Don Mayfield. In 1951, after near 100 years of breeding game dogs in the U.S., the breeding had reached a peak. In Arizona, A male named Bouncer was bred to a female named Bambi by a man called Ed Richson. In the litter was a red dog with a deep blue-black nose. This dog was bred from the core of the American bred game dogs. He was raised and named by a black man from a pup. This dog was named Daibo. In the heart of Africa, the word Daibo means devil. In his pedigree were over 100 years of American bred game dogs that had been proven in the pit. All his close family were the gamest bred in the world. Daibo and his close family was the product of this American breeding. His bloodline showed all the areas of the U.S. The American game dog and Daibo's pedigree were dogs that had proved their gameness in the core of the game dog game in America. These game dogs came into our nation near the mid-1800s from Europe. Some of the game dogs that were brought into our nation were of outcross breedings. When different pure families in England, Ireland, and Scotland were bred together in their nations, then imported into our nation and bred with either a pure or crossbred family that were being matched into another to prove which were the gamest families. Men like Cockney Charlie Lloyd imported pure family breeding and pure English breeding and crossbred it with the English breeding here in our nation. These men matched few dogs but proved their breeding was the gamest bred. In the days of the late 1800s and early 1900s, Con Feely, who matched more dogs than any man in his time, became the breeder of the different outcross English families that had been bred here in the U.S. Con bred a family of dogs from what he proved were the gamest dogs bred in the U.S. in his time. F.G. Henry imported some English red dogs and crossed them with proven families of Con Feelies. In the same days, the English dogs were being matched, proven, and bred. On the northern coast of our nation, the Irish families were being done the same way in the area of the East Coast. J.P. Colby was the man that bred together the different pure Irish families with the Irish outcrosses that was being crossed together on the East Coast. A number of different men improved gameness of their breeding that were being bred at the core of the game. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, the Irish dogs of outcross breeding, the ones that were proving themselves the gamest bred, made it to Texas in the yard of Bill Shipley. Bill imported pure Irish family from Ireland and crossed it with crossbred family that had been bred in the U.S. In the early 1900s, the next name to fill the shoes of number one game dog man of his time, and only a few men here in this nation had wore those shoes. The last was Con Feely from Illinois. But in 1908, Earl Tutor showed up in Oklahoma from Kentucky. Earl matched more dogs and proved his understanding of gameness more than any man in his time. He bred together the families of F.G. Henry to the families of Con Feely in the late 1930s and early 1940s. Earl was proving his breeding was the gamest bred. At the time, he crossed the dogs of the purest that had been proven of the English breeding to the Irish families of Bill Shipley, 200 miles from him in Texas. This brought together the games dogs bred from the north and the gamest dogs bred from the east to near the center of the United States. In the days of Earl Tutor, when he proved his breeding the gamest bred, dogs from his breeding were being bred in most of the states in the U.S. This was in the 1940s. In the early 1950s, Earl Tutor was in Arizona, looking at breeding of the game dogs when he was taken to see Daibo. Earl liked very much what he saw, took the dog back to Oklahoma with him. At first, he called this dog Red Dog Runt, but later changed his name back to Daibo. Earl bred Daibo to a number of females bred from his family of dogs. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, Earl began to bring together a family of dogs, breeding them pure. His dogs were different than any of the different families being bred in the U.S. This ones from his family were the ones at the core, with most all the other breeding in the U.S. being outcrosses breeding from Earl's yard. In the years of the early 1960s and early 1970s, Earl bred his understanding of the American game dogs into a family of dogs that all looked alike. In the early 1960s and late 1970s, we proved the gameness of the American game dogs more than any other time of our core. Today, in the 1980s society around the world, seeking the gamest family of dogs bred in the world here in Texas on a mountaintop beside a long creek, we have bred from the core family of a very pure bunch of American game dogs. In the last number of years, we have all bred only a small number of dogs from this family. At this time, when a number of nations are seeking the gamest family of dogs bred into American game dog, it being proven in a number of nations matched into different men's understandings. Sunrise in the year of 1961, we met Earl Tutor at his home in Oklahoma. We had with us a nice bred female from his family of dogs. We came to meet him and talk to him about breeding the female. We did a lot of talking and bred the female. Then we drove near 250 miles back to Texas. Within the next number of years, we made the trip to Earl's place many times. On one trip, I remember sitting on a couch with Earl, as he had bad eyes and always wanted to sit close so he could look me in the eyes when we talked. We most always talked about breeding as we sat talking, trying to stare each other down. We had our own ways of understanding conditions and taught each other what we had done and what we were doing. But when it came time to talk about breeding, I only asked questions. I remember one time Earl, who was in his mid-60s about that time, broke down into tears and cried like a baby and told me, "These damn so-called friends, one dog deal or another, who steal the credit of every dog bred. Never gave me one damn bit of credit for my dogs." Hey, y'all, don't blame me for some of that reading was not my fault. Don Mayfield wrote it exactly how I read it.
Hey,
yeah,
man. Shout out to M1 in the chat, man. We see you,
yes,
bro.
Sir. What's good, big bro?
Yeah.
Pony. Man. And
yeah.
I wanted to share that history with y'all, man, because Earl, the last statement kind of cover what's going on even today in the dog game, man. There's nothing new under the sun, man, and we are not reinventing the wheel by any means. And that's exactly why he who knows history is least likely to repeat it. That's very important. I hope y'all like these documentary style videos, because that's the motion we're trying to go in right now. I want to give as accurate information as I possibly can. However, everything is written in the words of man, transcribed through us as third and fourth hand accounts, right? So with that being said, some stuff might not be accurate. You might know things that are inaccurate, and that's why the chat is live, so we can talk about it. All right. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. Also, I know in the description it said that Fitzwater will be covered in this video, but it's a little bit more difficult to get good content on Fitzwater, so that will be coming up in our next schedule live. We're gonna just push it forward. Shouts out to Mr. McFarland as well.
Hey, there she go. I see you. Yeah, man. Yeah, and we, in order to do him some justice, man, we don't want to just have, give it a half spill. We want to give him the justice due. You know. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So just like we did before, we covered a segment, and now we're gonna move into a commercial so y'all can see what kind of products we have to offer. And then the next dog is coming up. The next dog is also a male, and he's also a champion. So get your cash apps ready, get your Twitter fingers ready, and be ready to execute. But first, a message from us, the sponsors. What's good, big dog? Samurai Kennels now does our own transporting. We transport not just American Pitbull Terriers, but all breeds and any pets that can fit in an airline-sized crate. We also do litter transportation as well as transportation of some equipment, as long as it can be pulled on an 8x10 trailer. If you would like to reach us for our transportation services, then you can find us on Facebook at Samurai Kennels as well as Instagram at Samurai Kennels. Hit us in the inbox. Salute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was jamming. That beat is a courtesy of brother Big A and Pallet. Shouts out to Big A for that. Thank you so much for that, bro.
Yeah, man. Whoever be editing those videos, that's a bad man. That boy good.
Hey, man. Hey, I editor nice, man. I editor nice, bro. You know, straight out of Hollywood, but not Hollywood.
Yeah.
But not Hollywood. All right, y'all. Big A, I'm gonna let you chop it up, but I do want to say this dog is a male and a champion, four-time winner. Okay. Once again, it's just purely for educational purposes. We want to make sure that we give y'all the best opportunity to win. So 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Name that dog.
That is a phenomenal specimen right here, y'all. Phenomenal specimen dog. D, yes. A lot of people in the chat. Oh, so welcome, D. D is a newer follower, newer subscriber. But yes, sir. A lot of the members of the chat are very, very aware of the Sporting Dog Journal. There will be some articles I read from there. A lot of brothers have already covered it, and I didn't want to cover the same topics. I kind of want to just elaborate upon some things that I wanted to push to the forefront. Hey, I think, man, Eli and Dickie was close, but I think Dickie got you, Eli. It looks like on my screen, it looks like Dickie got it in there first. Yeah, Big A, what are you seeing in the chat? I think Dickie got it.
Let me see. Yeah, Dickie was the first one with it. Yes, sir.
Dickie. Shouts out to my man Dickie Foster. Let's go, Dickie.
Yeah.
Dickie, hit me. Dickie, you got my Facebook, man. Jump out the live real quick and shoot me your cash app real quick, Dickie. Shoot it to the Samurai Kennels page if you will, bro. And we got you.
In the messenger.
Yes, sir.
In the messenger, not public, not public.
Yeah, man. Man, that was fast.
Eli says he got grandchildren off of Bishop. He said they definitely carry the trait. But that's what we talk about, man. The having the traits and you know, if what you say, Dre, if it doesn't look like it, then it ain't you ain't spending your money, huh?
Yeah, you heard the story of the ugly duckling. The ugly duckling came out, he turned out to be a goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For those of y'all who can't see it because it's kind of small on y'all screen, I'll read y'all some of the background of this. 4th generation, you got Brown's Rainbow, you got Gaston's Miss Leakey, you got Brown's Rainbow again to Gaston's Miss Leakey. So that's a full brother sister breeding. Then you got Gaston's Dipstick to Gaston's Tammy Rom to over on top of Undertaker Kennels, Batman to APR's Red Gale. Then you have Hollingworth's, what is that? Budon to Gaston's Miss Leakey Rom. You have champion B's, Charlie, 6-time winner, 1-time game loser. On top of Rattler's Speedy. You have Undertaker's Heartbreak champion to Gaston's Stormy. You have Gaston's Boy to Gaston's Baby Doll. Big A, do you have this put up on your tablet as well?
No, I couldn't get it on the tablet, so I'm working off the phone.
Okay, because I'm gonna need to shoot Dickie his payment in just a second.
Okay.
In the third generation, you got Gaston's Batman to Gaston's Red Girl. You got APRS's champion Die Hard, 4-time winner, 1-time game loser to the owner deleted the dog for that female. The dog that was produced by that was named H. Razor's Ginger, just by the way, for any of y'all who know how ginger is really bred. Next, you got Gaston's Boy, 3-time winner, champion, to Gaston's Tammy, registered married. Next, you got Grand Champion Gaston's Heartbreak Jr. on top of Gaston's married. In the second generation, you have H. Razor's Pistol Pete on top of H. Razor's Ginger. And then that's on top of Gaston's Trouble, 2-time winner, to Gaston's Lizzie. And then finally for the sire, you have MBK Dracula on top of MBF's K, producer of record. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Dickie, I think I just got your message too. Somebody go ahead and handle that. Big A, if you want to take over real quick while I handle this Cash App.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, let's see, man. Who we got in the comments, man? Oh yeah, shout out to 601, man. Shout out to Solo. Shout out to Soul. You know, JT, man. Can't forget the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Big Hill. Big Hill, man. Yeah, them my brothers, man. We love y'all boys, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Deaf Dogs,
man.
man. What's happening?
Also, brothers, man, the next one is a 20-piece for a grand champion. A 20-piece for a grand champion on the next one that we push out. Yes, Lord. Deaf Dogs, welcome, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us.
I want to say this as well. For those of y'all following on Instagram, following on Facebook, go ahead. The hub is on YouTube. For information on the shows and the show schedules, that's on Facebook. For TikTok, we put out quick little snippets and dog training information. Also, in this episode, we're going to cover some dog training information, but I want to kind of give y'all an update on what has occurred so far in the show if you got in later. So what was covered was American Pitbull Terrier history, Lightner, and Tudor. We covered some of their old family dogs in the video by showing you the dogs, and then we put out 2 of our Cash App prizes tonight. The $5 prize and the $10 prize have already been claimed. There will be a $20 prize before the show culminates at the hour mark. So we're going to talk about in this show also the troubleshooting marker training real quick. It's going to be just a real quick foray into that. And also for those y'all under the sound of my voice, we do have a competition at the end of the month for who can get the most sits in a minute. In order to submit your video, all you got to do is hit us up on Facebook and let us know you're interested in competing. If you don't want to compete, that's fine. Make it easy for those who do want to compete. We did advertising for our hides. We did advertising for our transportation. Now I want to show y'all the demo for the online obedience challenge that is coming up in March. We're going to start accepting submissions in February. Your dog must complete the following commands in no particular order: a sit, a down, a stay, a recall on command, and either loose leash walking or healing. In this case right here, this would be no equipment, healing. Change of pace, figure 8, or right about, left about, complete the pattern. Give the dog a stay if you want to, but it's not required at this point. And then the dog must be given a tug and out on command. That's for the online obedience challenge. Big A, let me give a proper introduction. So for the dogs in the video tonight that y'all been betting money on or trying to win this money off of, the brother who actually put this together for y'all is now here in the building. Shouts out to my brother, solo but connected, Kennels.
What's good, brothers? Greetings, everybody.
Hey.
Great show, man. Great show. I mean, fabulous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Solo,
We
Big A,
appreciate the love.
I couldn't have done this without y'all, man. Solo did all the research for these dogs, man. The pictures that y'all see, the pedigrees, that's all Solo. Man, my brother been up there in the snow. He been Solo. You want to tell him about what happened with the dog poop that you had to deal with on that dog poop in the frozen cold?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's a struggle, man, you know. But you got to mix the water with the feed, because if you leave the water out there and you don't have a heated dog bowl, it's gonna freeze up on you. My dog's destructive. I thought about getting the heated water bowls for them, but they'll just tear it up. So yeah, got to hit that yard twice a day. Give them half the water they need one time, and then half the water the next time, you know, with the food.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's putting in that work, man. That's a daily duty.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's the temperatures like out there where you at, bro?
I think it's like 10 degrees now. You know, it done got down to a wind chill of like negative 20 something. That's why they canceled school Monday and Tuesday. It was so cold, they didn't want the kids out there.
Ooh wee. Hey man, that stuff sound that weather bite, it got teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's that weather make your snot freeze.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it will,
man.
man. I mean, you'll feel it freezing up in your nose when you breathe.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
You
Shit
Yeah,
probably
man.
can go
freeze
you
up
probably
so hard, man, you gotta knock it off with a metal shovel and then scoop it
yeah.
up.
Yeah, you could probably do that water test where you throw that hot water and it disappear into the air.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Yeah.
Hey, my man Tony M said relocation weather.
Yeah, I need to get
Yeah.
on up out of here, man. I really do.
Come on
Yeah.
down south, man. You know what I'm saying? Come
That's
on
where I
to the south.
belong, man. That's where I
Yeah.
belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What I'm gonna do, y'all, is at the 50-minute mark, I'm gonna post the last dog that you sent me, Solo, so that everybody can have the opportunity to go in before we shut the show down. We'd kick it after, but I want to get the main points off within an hour. But we'd kick it, and I'll even put the link in the chat for any of y'all who want to jump on here. Mind you, you have to show your face before I add you to the chat, because there's been some people who've done some fugazi things in the back chat. But I do want to give y'all opportunity to speak on the subjects that were covered tonight. Anything we might have missed, or anything you think is pertinent, or if you want to just get something off your heart, you know, within good taste. Within good taste. I don't know if y'all peeped it, but I worked on my cursing, you know, and also before we go any further, I want to leave y'all with a Bible verse, man. Solo and Big A, y'all go ahead and cook, but I want to give a Bible verse tonight, man, just for peace and blessings. If you don't believe in the Bible, I understand. So, but the messages behind it are still positive messages. I am a believer, and because I'm a believer, I speak with the mind of a believer.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Uh Solo, man, what's happening, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I can't complain. You know, even if I did, it wouldn't help, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We ride
Yeah,
it
man.
out, man. We ride
Ride
it
it
out,
out.
man. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
allergic to straw too, man. So I got to put on a face mask and gloves when I'm stuffing the kennel full of straw. But
How
you know, it
often
got to
you
be
been
done. Yeah,
how often you
got to be
change the
done.
straw?
Man, when I see it flat, you
Yeah,
know, or right before
yeah,
it's really finna drop, you know,
yeah.
like today, you know, I put some oat straw in there because I
Hmm.
put so much in there that they go in there and they burrow in there, and then the next day it be straw laid out, you know, in front of the doghouse.
Yeah, yeah,
So, but they good though, you know. I got the 30-gallon barrel in a 55-gallon barrel with the R30 insulation stuffed on all sides, and then I dropped that into an insulated Pet Palace doghouse, and then I put straw in the gaps between them, you know,
yeah,
between the barrels in the house. And of course stuff the barrel itself full of straw. And then it's above ground. So you know, they come out. You put your arm in the doghouse, it's warm. You know,
Yeah.
ears
Yeah.
warm, everything warm. So
Yeah.
they're good. Man, I
Yes,
tried to
sir.
bring them in one point. You know, she did not want to come in.
Yeah.
You know, looked at
Yeah.
me like, I know what you're doing. We don't want to come in and be in no kennel, man. You leave us right here. So,
Yeah.
you know, and then after, you know, when I first put the setup together and it dropped, of course, I was coming out late at night, like just checking their ears, making sure. But once I understood that, man, this is good. I don't even worry about them now, man. I just do my thing, make sure that I keep the kennels, you know, stuff full of that straw and clean up and feed them, and they good.
Yeah.
Hey, brothers, I'm gonna interject real quick, Solo, and I think this will go very well with the temperatures around the country. I seen some negative 25s in the chat, some negative 20s, and even some brothers saying that this is one of their favorite shows on YouTube right now, man. That means a lot, bro.
Man.
Dre real sensitive, and my love language is words of affirmation, so I really appreciate that, brothers. But this is gonna be coming from Psalms 46, verses 1 and 2. Shouts out to Genuine APBT. He kind of put me on game with this. This is shouts out to Genuine APBT and for all my brothers struggling around the country. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. Amen. That's just for all of y'all who need the strength. That's the Bible verse of the day. There's an app called the Bible app for those of y'all who are praying individuals, man. Pray because the weather is bad. It's an election year, so y'all know they're about to start trying to divide us as a country. But the Neo Dogman movement, we're about peace, honor, truth, and justice.
Yes, sir. Live by that Bushido code too.
I want to touch on something that the brother Live Your Life Dog said. He said, damn, you a G for that. I would switch to something else. Fuck that straw. But the straw is hollow inside, so it traps heat. So it's a good insulator. So that's why, you know, I just stick with that. In the summertime, I mix it with cedar chips, or I might just go straight out cedar chips. But in the winter, you definitely got to have that straw.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, so Elevated Kennels does this thing, bro, where he, you know, the little thing they use on your forehead for COVID. He checks his dog houses with it and makes sure they're above 70 degrees. And the straw is all he needs to do that with. It's insulated dog houses with straw.
Yeah.
I also want to give my sister a shout out who's in the chat. Shouts out to you, Anya. We love you. All right, y'all. That's Solo and Big A. Can I get a drum roll for this grand champion female dog?
Uh-oh.
And
Dun, dun, dun,
can we
dun,
get a
dun,
drum
dun,
roll?
dun. Yes, sir. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Twitter fingers ready.
Name that dog.
Man, that's a good looking dog.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I like the Brindle, man. I like Brindle.
Love Brindle.
Well,
Yeah.
you let J-Bo hear you say that. J-Bo have a heart attack.
man, you know, I don't feel the same way that J-Bo do, you know. I seen some good Brindle ones, man. I only had one. I had a red Brindle jip that was like Eli Tucker alligator, but I've never had like that color Brindle. But the lines that I run, it really don't pop up too much in it, you know. But yeah, I like the dog. Beautiful dog.
Yes, Lord. Hey, Charles Johnson got it already, bro.
Wow.
Charles on it. Charles, make sure you hit us on the face. If you trust YouTube to put it out in the public, you can put your cash app in the chat. But I encourage y'all to do it on Facebook, man, because it's a bunch of scammers, bro. It's a bunch of scammers, man. And you don't want your information being pirated.
Yep. And shout out to Charles Johnson, man.
Yeah, bro. Solo, also shout out to you, man, for doing the research behind this, man. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. I mean, it keeps the show interesting.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, we all do our part, man. You know.
The brotherhood, man.
Yes, Lord. And he got the kennel. And he got the kennel name. Brother Charles Johnson, our $20 winner.
Big bucks.
Yes, sir. Charles, if you have a Facebook, you can find us at Samurai Kennels on Facebook. And yeah, man, we appreciate you. A lot of y'all brothers, man, y'all can identify these dogs way faster than I could have. But for those of y'all who are listening, I'm gonna go down the path of this dog a little bit and kind of give y'all some of the great dogs that are in this dog's pedigree. All right. In the 4th generation, you got Carver's Stompanato, registered merit, over Carver's Georgia Girl. That's on top of Freeman's Preacher Boy and Freeman's Texas Biddy. Then you got Stompanato on top of Arts Missy. Ooh, nasty. Bred to Carver's Flint, 2-time winner, over Curry's Jumper. You have Carver's Black Shine on top of Carver's Black Beauty, bred to Carver's Pistol, 2-time winner, registered merit, to Carver's Miss Spike, 2-time winner, registered merit. That's over, excuse me. And then next you have Carver's Ironhead to Carver's Meanie, Hyde's Meanie. Then you have champion Carver and Ed Crenshaw's Snow, 4-time winner, on top of Jay Thompson's Queenie. In the 3rd generation, you have champion Petrie's Stabber, 4-time winner, on top of Freeman's Dingbat. That was bred to grand champion Carver's Jim Bob, 5-time winner, to Thibodeau's Black Gal. Then you have that on top, excuse me, next you have P. Carver's Stompanato to Arts Missy. And then you have Hyde's Satch to Sinkle's Gypsy. In the 2nd generation, you have Young's Timex to Thibodeau's Sheba. On top of grand champion Carver's Jim Bob to Curry's Jumper. And those produced these 2 dogs, which made grand champion Tina. Champion LG's Little Man, register of merit, bred to LG's Miss Kim, register of merit. Oh, Brother Charles Johnson, I got your message. It's if you send me your Cash App tag, I'll cash you out right now, bro. I'm in the message right now. I'm about to message you back.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. 216. And I'm embarrassed to I'm embarrassed to say how what the weather is over here, man. It's cold to me. I'm in Texas. It's 42 degrees. Y'all probably like, man, if you don't get if you don't get out of here, man.
Yeah, man. AZ, man. It dropped below 50. I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Man, I pray for 40-some degrees right now, man.
Yeah, most of y'all be outside of your shorts, man, and t-shirt if it's 42 degrees, man, listening to y'all weather.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna put this link in the chat, bros. Like I said, man, if y'all come in here, just make sure you come in correct, and make sure that you, like I said, I'll let you in the back chat for a second. Just show your face. You don't have to show it to the live stream. But I just want to make sure you are who you say you are when you come in here, man, because I'm not going to expose my audience to somebody who's coming here trying to disrupt what we're trying to do. We have a positive movement here, and we're trying to keep it positive. We're trying to keep it positive.
Yeah, man, we got a reputation to uphold, man.
Yeah. Like I said, our goal is to be the most interactive dog channel, show, live stream, and videos on YouTube in the world. Instagram, Facebook, we coming for all y'all groups too. Brother Charles Johnson, go ahead and check that Cash App, brother. Let me know when you got it. Let the chat know when you got it, bro. Man, the legendary Dogman TV in the building. Dogman
Yeah.
TV, I'm gonna let you know right now. My brother said he liked them Brindle dogs. So let J-Bo know we like my brother like Brindle dogs. Solo said he'll care about none of it.
I know J-Bo got a reason to feel the way he feel, you know. I
Yeah.
just always like the look of the brindle, you know. That
Yeah,
dark,
that's-
especially that dark brindle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, let me get that link in the chat for y'all, man. Because we're gonna chop it up with y'all for a little bit tonight, man. I've hit my goal of the hour mark tonight, y'all. And okay, brother Johnson, we got you, bro. Salute. Lay Marshall, welcome to the chat, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Y'all have made my night a phenomenal night, bro. And we genuinely appreciate everything y'all do for our chat and for our channel. Make sure y'all share this out. The more people that come, the more money the channel makes. The more money the channel makes, the bigger the giveaways. Because lay up for yourself, not treasures on earth where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourself treasures in heaven where thieves do not break through and steal. I know that's not quote verbatim, mama, but I'm telling you right now, I'm certain y'all got the gist of it. That's got to be my sister commenting from my mom page talking about Big Drizzy. Yeah, man. Hey, the link go in the chat, y'all. Yeah, it did. Schoolboy, we would love to hear from you tonight, man.
Yeah.
Fat Bill, we would love to hear from you tonight, man. Fat Bill put a pedigree in there. Let me check it out real quick.
Yeah.
Another brindle, another beautiful brindle. I always liked Bolero, man. I seen her in that book, The Complete Game Dog by Ed Farron. Man, I read that book so much, man, it fell off the binder, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So brothers had messaged me and told me, suggested I put Bolero as one of the dogs for them to guess. They would have guessed that thing like that. That's just like if I put Big Red on here. They would have guessed that thing like that. You know, yeah. Solo, I think you did a phenomenal job, bro, because like it was dogs that were notable if you've done your research. You know, what I also start doing is I'll start putting Easter eggs in the other videos. That way you gotta watch. You gotta watch. But we'll put some Easter eggs out there to help y'all out for those y'all who are newer to the game, because like some of these brothers can run through pedigrees and dog images like that. It's nothing for them, you know. And you may have a hard time keeping up. That's right, Mike Dan. Bolero was a bulldog.
Yeah, if we put Jeep and Bolero and Schoolboy and all Mayday, you know, everybody gonna know that. So the thing is trying to get dogs that may not be quite as known, but older dogs too, though. You know,
yeah, I think
you know, 15, you know, 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for Fat Bill, Schoolboy, going hard, I think what I will do is I'll post a picture of them and you got to name 5 of their dogs in one of our lives. Instead of just having one of their dogs up there, you're going to have to name 5 of them, you know, legitimate. And, you know, because that's too easy, man. These guys are still alive. They're still breathing, and give them their flowers. I do want to get them the exposure they deserve. But yeah, man, like they live in legends. We can talk to them. Some of y'all can tell them some of their dogs they forgot they had.
Yeah, Eli Monster. Yeah, I remember the Mean Jolene and Sadie match. Sadie was the little black dog with the ears cropped, and Jolene was the Niggerino dog. Sadie won that match, but Jolene went out. She went out like a soldier, according to the book. Yeah, I remember that book, man. I remember it, man, to the point where I don't even need it. You know, I read it so much. I had 2 copies of it.
Yeah.
It's worth probably about $600-700 now, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I am with that Richard Strand.
Yep, I had about 3 of them too.
Yeah, I think that's all he got is 3.
Hey, y'all, I got to give a shout out to Mike Dan with that 5-piece. Tip.
Hey,
Let's go, man. I almost forgot we had super chats, Mike Dan. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Mike Dan. Genuinely appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. We do.
And it comes right back to y'all. And that's the goal, is for it to come right back to y'all. Even for the Digital Dog Show, the revenue from this show helps us provide the awards for the Digital Dog Show. For those of y'all who are new to the channel, we do a Digital Dog Show. I don't have a commercial for it just yet. That's on me. I got to step my game up. You know, I got to step my game up. Big A, we'll be talking junk in the back chat, man. Yeah. Let me go ahead and run this commercial for y'all real quick for our mission statement, just so those y'all who are new to the channel can figure out what it is that I'm trying to accomplish over here.
This for you. Too many mind.
What's good, big dog? It's your boy Dre,
Mind the soul.
and this is Samurai
Mind the
Kennel.
people want.
At my kennel, we focus on my breed of choice, the American Pitbull Terrier. I also want to become a basic obedience trainer as a professional. I train basic obedience: sit, down, stay, come, and basic healthy walking on and off leash, healing. We also condition our own dogs utilizing old school methods that were used back in the combat days. We are the founders of the Neo Dogman movement and have begun our foray into the APBT's dog shows, winning our first dog show. We breed our own stock for the purposes of ease of training and conditioning, dogs that are easy to work. We have our own brand. We have our own digital dog show and our own online obedience challenge. We are for the positivity and uplifting of the breed. If you'd like to get involved with Samurai Kennels, all you got to do is follow us on social media and find out what's happening next. This is the way of Bushi Dre. Shout out to Big A, 601, Soul, JT, BV, and our future Shoguns.
Schoolboy, welcome to the chat, bro.
Hey.
Hey, thank you. Salute, brothers. You guys are doing a good job. Big A and Big Samurai.
Appreciate it, man. That mean a lot coming from you, man. It mean everything.
Yeah, good show, good show. Yeah, you put some good dogs up. Yeah, there's a controversy over Hyde Satchmo Bully. Some peds have them off of Iron Head, and other peds have them off of Kennard's Buck. And I believe the Kennard's Buck one, I have pedigrees from way back from the late 70s, and he looks like Buck. He don't look like Iron Head and that stuff. You know, brindle, they kind of staffy looking.
Yeah.
So I believe that's the one it is.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of actually Kobe Lightner stuff more than which Ironhead's that stuff too. It's just different dogs. It's come down from Pete Sparks. Remember that hunky dog?
Yeah.
Very famous dog. He beat Willie Lingo in Cuba in 2 hours and 17 minutes. The top side has some of that. I got pics of those dogs going back to the 1930s original pics. And but that stuff, you know, Tina, that was what's behind her. It's kind of the last of the Carver stuff, and people just ate it up, man. Those were good dogs. All them dogs you named, Flint and Stabber, and there was a female off of Curry's Jumper. I forget her name, but her sister was Curry's champion Blondie, badass female. So heavy. That's all like Louisiana, deep South breeding.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Schoolboy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've asked you about Big Red, and we talked about some of your dogs. And this is just for historical purposes only. No dogs bred, trained, raised, sold, or propagated for any illegal purposes. But for your contemporaries, and you mentioned this on your channel, but just for the entertainment purposes of the channel, for your contemporaries, who did you like during your era, besides yourself?
You mean competitors?
Yeah.
Oh man, in my area, I've been a lot of different places, you know. So, and I met a lot of different people, and some of them I met active during their time. The people I just mentioned, Curry, the Curry brothers, Sam and Tommy Curry. I met them in Louisiana. Danny Burton was there. Raymond Holt was there. Ronnie Anderson. Me and Ronnie became pretty good friends. Mike Thibodeau. Some of the guys you see in the pedigree you put up of Tina. In my area, some of the top guys were Steve Hendricks with the White Dogs, Tito and the Local Boys, Pineapple Kid, OTK, Cat and Company, Chainsaw. That's just in California. CMB up north and LA Dream Team, Shotgun Kennel, a lot of different guys. Some known, some not so well known, Always in the mix, always doing something, always busy. Most of them I went into,
Who was your
yeah.
biggest rivalry?
I would say, man, that's hard to say. Because most of them, I mean, some beat me and I beat them.
Yeah.
Some didn't beat me,
Mm-hmm.
So they were always tough, man. Vinny, with Chinaman,
Mm-hmm.
I went into him 3 times and beat him. I never went into Steve Hendricks, but I went into, they also had the White Blood, Scream City, they were tough. It just, I would say Vince was one of the most competitive, because he used his own dogs. He used other people's dogs. He used a lot of different, he had, he networked with a lot of different guys. So he got dogs from Floyd Boudreaux. He got dogs from Kimsey Wood and the Abernathy brothers and, Contractor and all kinds of different stuff. Scream City, he got dogs from all over, but he also had, what's his name? He had dogs down from Chinaman. He had dogs from, what's his son? Frisco, Frisco and Chinaman were actually out here before they went back east. He campaigned Chinaman out here and then sent him to Tom. And Frisco was out of his bitch. He had sent Chinaman to Tom. Then he had Cricket. He sent her to be bred to Chinaman, then got her back. And that Frisco litter was whelped out here. And he sent him to Tom. The reason he would do that at that time, he didn't have a lot of room. He lived up north and he didn't have a yard. He could only have 1, maybe 2 dogs at a time. He had no room. So whatever he had, that's what he was competing with at the time. And when he made breedings, he usually had them farmed out to different people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But going with the theme of the show, Lightner, you have Lightner and Tudor, and I think it's important to recognize that Tudor had mainly English dogs. Lightner had mainly Irish dogs, And then that's basically not just from those 2 people, but that's basically what made the American Pitbull Terrier is English and Irish dogs mixed, right?
Yeah.
So and Tudor had he had a lot of Feely blood. He had Colby stuff. He had Armitage stuff, Bruce's Jerry stuff. He even had some OFRN stuff from what's that famous dog?
Centipede.
Centipede, yeah. Ferguson Centipede. Ferguson was actually a World War II hero, and he had done one tour in World War II, and he wasn't a conditioner or nothing like that. So different people use Centipede. Tudor liked him for his ability, but he didn't like him because he wouldn't work. He wasn't a good worker. But he won with them. Other people won with them. And then Ferguson was sent back for another tour during World War II, and he got killed there. So he got all kinds of accolades, And I don't know who ended up with Centipede at the end, but he gets credit because he owned the dog. It was his dog, Maybe he matched him. I don't remember. But that's basically, like I said, what made the American Pitbull Terrier. And Lightner, he was, like they said, he was born in Maryland, and Then he moved to Colorado. So the dogs, you know, there was at that time, you know, talking about from the late 1700s all the way to the 1900s, there were 5 ports in the United States, 5 main ports, and that's generally where all the immigrants came through. 4 of them were up north, and 1 through New Orleans. So most of the dogs from the United Kingdom came through the 4 ports in the north. You know, I forget what they are. I know, you know, New York, you know, Ellis Island, and then Boston, and a couple of other ones there, and then one of the other 5th main port was in Louisiana. So that's where the dog, you know, just going by immigration, you know, that's how the dogs came in through the United States, which is why most of them came in through the north, and that's actually where the breed started, all up in the 5 Great Lakes area, all up the, you know, eastern seaboard, you know, and then it pans out to the rest of the United States down south. There's a famous breeder who had mostly Irish dogs with some English dogs named W.S. Semis, and he was from Louisiana. So some of the late 1800 dogs came from Semis too, right? And then of course those dogs were crossed, but they were crossing those dogs back in the United Kingdom too. It didn't start here, you know. They just didn't do it as much because, you know, they weren't that connected, you know. Plus, you know, like you mentioned there, they, you know, like Lightner did, they didn't sell no dogs. They didn't give dogs away, you know. They kept them all for themselves. So even back in the old country, they kind of did the same thing. Everybody kept their own dogs. And that's one of the reasons, I think anyways, why when they sent dogs out here, they didn't send them with a pedigree. You know, you'll notice it says unknown, unknown, unknown. They just didn't, you know who you got the dog from. If you had a reputation for having good dogs, you wanted those dogs, but you didn't get a pedigree with it. Or if they did, they're lost to time, or they were illiterate and couldn't write a pedigree out anyways, you know, even though they knew how their dogs were bred. You wouldn't think, you know, that people couldn't write, but, you know, even when I was in my 18, 19, 20s, I knew people here that were illiterate and had jobs, you know, good jobs, but they could not read or write. They could maybe write their name. And some of them, you know, you do the thing where you put an X and then someone writes your name down for you. So it wasn't that uncommon, even when I was younger, that people were still illiterate.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to Schoolboy for that information, and a special shout out to Dogman TV with the 5-piece. Tip. Hey.
J-Bo, he's good people, man.
Yeah, Schoolboy, I would love to see, like, all y'all that live that life, man, do a panel, you know, so I could just, like how I'm sitting here now, like a little kid, you know, and just
yeah.
Man, that would be
the
amazing.
more people, the better. You know, you can hit them up and you know, ask them certain questions, especially since, you know, a lot of us from different parts of the country, so you get different perspective from that part of the country, plus the time frame that they were active, you know, or at least got around, you know. But I've been to a lot of different states, you know, all through the South, North Carolina, you know, even Michigan, Ohio, and, you know, been all through Arizona, Texas, you know, Nevada, Arkansas, Louisiana. One of the first shows I went to, this was back in '83, outside of California, was in Louisiana, and had Champion Brutus, Champion Freebie, and a little son of Tonka named Buck, who made Champion. That was a long time ago, man. Those were good dogs. Ronnie Anderson had Freebie and Brutus, Champion Brutus. Brutus was that kind of that alligator bully son cross. Man, he was a good dog. And of course, the little Tonka dogs, they're always neat to watch, man. You fall in love with them because they really love what they're doing. They're really busy, you know, active, real game, you know, just real intense, kind of wild, you know. So they impress you. They wrestle real well, you know.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you because we were supposed to cover Fitzwater, but we still got to do some homework on him. I didn't want to put out detail.
Yeah,
do you know
yeah, the
anything about-
Mississippi Hawk. Yeah, Mississippi
Yeah.
Hawk. Yeah, him and Tudor were, of course, they were competitors too early on, and then they kind of teamed up later. It's interesting to note that him and Tudor were probably the first ones who started doing blood work on dogs. Their vet was
Okay.
and maybe steroids too. I don't know. They call them, you know, if you read Mayfield's Keep and all that stuff, or hear his videos, you know, they call them hormones, you know, which was probably you know, horse steroids. What's the horse one called? Equipoise. So that's probably what they were using. And Tudor and Fitzwater had their vet is the one. He was a horse vet, right? So he's the one who turned them on into doing blood work for your dogs. So that you know, not that they needed an advantage, but that was just one more advantage that they had on other people. Fitzwater rarely lost, although he did lose to the same dog 3 times. I forgot the dog's name, but he kept going at him and going. He lost to him all 3 times. The dog was a 4 or 5 time winner, and but he rarely lost. He had multiple winners. Rebel and was a multiple winner. Bozo was a multiple winner. You know, and those guys go back to the early 1900s. Both Tudor and Fitzwater. Fitzwater mostly a conditioner and handler. You know, he was a stickler for conditioning, man. One of the best. And he didn't, you know, a lot of people, you know, someone comes in overweight, you know, you take the forfeit and you redo it or whatever. Sometimes you take the forfeit, you know, back then and you don't do it. Fitzwater didn't care, man. If you was a gram over, an ounce over, he gonna take your forfeit and he wouldn't fight. And his attitude was, you knew what the weight was before you showed up. There's no reason for you not to make it. So he was a stickler for that. That's one of the kind of a trivia thing with him, you know. He would not deal with it. But you can't argue with his success either, man. You know, they didn't call him the Mississippi Hawk for nothing. He was sharp as a tack, you know.
Yes, sir.
And he lived to be 80, 90 years old, you know.
Yeah.
This is kind of off track, but there's a thing going around that, you know, he's supposed to be a son of Jesse James and all that. You ever heard that?
No,
I didn't.
Yeah, they're you know, and I tell people, well, he wasn't born till 5 years after Jesse James was born, so I don't think he was a legitimate son of Jesse James, you know. But that's a story. I think he used to tell people that, you know. A lot of guys tell them kind of fib. Yeah, folklore, you know.
Yeah.
And but he had mentioned that to people or something, and they just ran with it. They'd put that everywhere, you know. It's the illegitimate son of Jesse James.
Yes, sir.
Hey, schoolboy, I gotta give a special shout out to Buck City in the building. Yeah, man.
Hey.
What's up, Buck?
Hey, Buck.
What's up, Buck City? Yeah, I'm glad people are tuning in, man. You're building your team up, you know, and you're building your subscribers and all that. That's good. Anything that shows the Pitbull in a positive light. And like I said before, you know, you guys are doing different things with them, with the obedience training and the online shows, and you know, it's good, man. Come with some new innovative stuff I wouldn't think about. I'm too old. I don't think about that stuff.
Well, I wanted to share this with you, and like I see, they wanted the brother Eli to come on here, man. For all of y'all who were bulldogging, I just did a retirement flagpole, right, schoolboy, and y'all are like a time capsule, and you're a living time capsule. And I'll give you an example. I was listening to this master sergeant. He did 30 years in the Air Force, right? And some of the things I want to hear ain't even just the dogs, but in his retirement, they said in his first year in the Air Force, gas was $1.76 a gallon. You know, even stuff like that, like getting on the road back in your day, man, like I've never seen gas below $2. You know, I'm only 33.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so what was
Yeah.
the gallon?
Well,
What was the gallon of gas back in your day?
well, in the early 60s, from what I remember my parents telling, because I was a kid, I was born in 1960. So you're looking at 29.9 a gallon.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Hold on, you said
29 cents, 30 cents a gallon.
man, get out of here, man. And what was the cost of a gallon of milk back then?
The what?
What was the mean price for like a gallon of milk or something like that?
I don't. It may be a quarter. You know,
Good
like that.
Lord.
But you gotta to like when I was a kid. Let's say I started picking tomatoes 8 years old, but let's say 12 years old, man. You're making something like when I started picking tomatoes, it was 14 cents a bucket, 5-gallon bucket. Houses were probably in the late 60s were probably $6,000 or $7,000, but the pay wasn't that much,
Yeah.
A lot of, way back, like my parents, it was way under $1, and so it kind of reflects, but if you do the increase from what money was back then to now, say you buy a house back then for $6 or $7 grand, right? Today, that house, the cost would only be between $100,000 and $200,000. So that don't kind of match up, depending on where you live. The medium house is, anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000, so that don't kind of match up. Food's a little bit different, a loaf of bread was, like a nickel, in my parents' time, right? So in my time, it was probably 15 cents or 20 cents, like that. You could, when McDonald's first came out, the hamburgers were 10 cents.
Hey, schoolboy, you had livestock.
What's that?
Schoolboy, you had livestock growing up, right? You had livestock when you were growing up. So did you guys would slaughter a whole cow for the family?
Yep. A whole cow and a whole pig. We did the pig for Christmas. Every Christmas we slaughter a pig because we make chicharrones and tamales and all that, and carnitas,
Yeah.
And then maybe once every year and a half, 2 years, slaughter a calf. They're called kips. They're about 9 months old.
Mm-hmm.
So the meat back there, I don't know what they call them now, but it's a steer, but it's not full grown,
Yeah. Did you ever take any of the any of that to your dogs as far as the feed? Like
well, we had working cow dogs back then. And they ate all the innards that we didn't eat. My parents ate everything. They, heart, kidneys, and all. But whatever scraps, we'd give it to the dogs. Sometimes cooked, sometimes raw. We give them the big beef bones. Our dogs back then, we didn't feed stibble or nothing like that. They ate what we ate,
Yeah.
And they could work all day. But we had working cow dogs. They were Kelpie and Australian Shepherd mixes. And then you work the cattle with horses too,
Yeah.
And it's funny to me because everybody grass fed this and grass fed that. Well, at some point they're all grass fed, because you have them out in not an open range, but you have them in big lots, right? There's a certain number of acreage you have to have per cattle, certain area, right? And even though it's fenced in, it's hundreds of acres if you have hundreds of cows. But so they eat grass, the hay we grew and harvested hay too, alfalfa. So that's for during the wintertime where there's no grass. But besides that, they're eating the grass that grows, where they live, and you kind of move them around. Let this grow over here, and then they feed there, and then gives time to the one they ate to grow, and they feed there and all that. So
Yes,
there's most of
sir.
the grass-fed beef here in the U.S. today ain't from here, anyways. You know,
Yeah.
the meat ain't from here. You know,
Yeah.
so,
And
so
you notice a big difference between the store-bought beef and the beef that you had back there.
yep, yeah, big difference. Big difference.
Yeah.
It's kind of monopolized. So there's probably maybe 3 or 4 big corporations in the United States now that handle all the beef.
Yeah.
There's very few, like in the old days where you have ranchers. They're trying to make a turnaround with that, where
Yeah.
people will go to the rancher and buy beef there, because
Yeah.
there's different feed, and the feed constitutes what they taste like. Like now the big deal is Angus, right? Black Angus. I don't like Angus. I like Hereford cows. They have more fat,
Yeah.
So it's just a
Yeah.
preference. And depending on what you feed, I like to feed cattle corn because it makes the meat sweet, even though people don't like it. But their digestive system is different. They're not really digesting what you're feeding them. The bacteria in their body eats what you feed them, and then what they excrete, that's what the cow digests. That's why they need 2 stomachs and all that, and they chew their cud and upchuck it and swallow it again and all that. It's a different process.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had everything, not just horses, cattle, and hogs, but we had chickens, ducks, turkeys, just about anything you can think. People go hunting, we get deer meat and elk and all that, sometimes. We just feed our dog. Even me, I fed kibble as a daily supplement, but they were always catching some live animal, some varmint, or we'd give them, like my females and that were pregnant, I'd give them beef, for the iron content. They get bones to chew on, and the kids give them all kinds of crap, but
Yeah.
they get used to it. I didn't mind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did
Hey,
I'm gonna post I'm sorry, go ahead.
so I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had a serious question for you. Also, shouts out to Charles Johnson, our newest member.
Hey, welcome
So
to the
Swoop,
family.
there's a dog and a solo. I'm pretty sure you know about this dog too, man. Big A. I don't know. We've never spoken about it before, but a dog I want to add to my mix is a dog named Action Jackson. I want to say it's BMW's Action Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. And he's kind of an amalgamation of different bloodlines. Have you ever heard of that dog before? Down out of Texas.
Yeah,
Me?
I heard of that dog. Funky Towns, Grand Champion.
Funky Town, that's it. Funky Town's Action Jackson. Yeah. Can y'all tell me anything about that dog if y'all heard of him?
I had that Eli Alligator Tonka bitch. I actually had him in the pedigree. I think he like a Jeep. That dog name. I don't quite recall it right now, but yeah, I heard of that dog before. He's a bad dog.
Did it have anything to do with BMW?
So
there's
two Action Jacksons, and both of them are champions. Dogman TV said
Okay.
Action Jackson bad, but it's so Funky Town is what I'm thinking about, because they had an offspring in North Carolina, where I'm from, in Lumberton, North Carolina, that killed a foal. And I heard that story as a kid, and I was always interested in that because I couldn't believe how a 45-pound dog could kill a horse, even a baby horse. And so, if any of y'all got heavy in y'all bloodlines, man, please let me know who got it, because that's something I would be interested in incorporating into what we have.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them. Yeah, they can kill a horse if they get up under it, get on his throat. Hard for a horse to get them out. It could happen. They hit the arteries along their neck or something. It's like when you see these dogs, even today, they take cattle down, because they bite them on the end of their nose, and that's a real sensitive spot. And the cow just drops, man. They won't, they just basically cur out,
Yes, sir. Hey, I need to correct something too. So Funky Town's Action Jackson was a grand champion. Hey, thank you, White Chocolate. Hey, like I told y'all, that's why this chat is so important. Schoolboy, Solo, Big A, that's why y'all so important, because hey, I don't want to take away. It's a big difference between a champion and a grand champion. You know.
Yeah.
And it's not just 2 matches. You know, like you, a Schoolboy, you said this many times. Every time you take one out, you take something out of it. You know, so those extra goals.
Yeah, and you know, a champion, he can lose 100 matches. He's still a champion. All you got to do is win 3, right? A grand champion has to remain undefeated. Maybe that changed, maybe whatever, but at least with the Sporting Dog Journal and the Pit Dog Report and all that, you know, the old magazines, champion had to win 3, and Jack Kelly himself would say whatever losses they have, it doesn't take away their championship. But a grand champion cannot lose. And if it continues to, you know, back in the day, if it continued to compete and lost after it won 5, then it's relegated back to champion status. So it's important. It's important. I like people putting comments in too, you know, with other stuff, because even though I know a lot, or I think I know a lot, you know, it's limited. You know, I only go up to so far, and you know, there's stuff that I didn't see or hear about, so I love hearing about it. And there's stuff after I, you know, stop competing and all that you know, I'm not familiar with, so I love hearing it too.
Yeah,
you know,
and everybody here we always keep our cup half full, man. Ready to, you know, learn something new all the time.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
so Schoolboy, I want to do something in honor of you coming on the channel right now. So my brother Solo has sent me more than just the 3 dogs we had in the earlier hour of the show, and so I want to show another dog, another champion dog on here, and we'll do another $10 Cash App giveaway, because the show is going good. I want to show this dog and give the guys who got in here late another chance to play the game. Is that cool with you, Schoolboy, Solo, Big A?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Sir.
I ain't gonna chime in though, because that's not fair sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
you know, I let somebody else get the money, because that, you know, the 3 dogs you put up, I knew who they were, but I didn't want to say nothing. I think one time I did, but it was, you know, but I'll just let them. They deserve it, man.
Yes, sir.
I think it'd be unfair for you. Any of y'all who saw these dogs, I kind of wanted this game more so for like the guys coming in, you know, newer to it all. It gives them a chance to research, and that's why I start kind of going down, not just giving out money for the dog, but showing the ped, you know, because you mentioned dogs that were in those peds that came down off the Lightner and Tudor blood. And so my goal is not to propagate for dog fighting, but you can't buy an American Pitbull, a real American Pitbull Terrier, and not know this history. You cannot do it and have an effective life with that dog. You did an episode on breaking sticks. Oh, and Schoolboy, while I'm pulling this up, can you talk about your breaking sticks?
Yeah, I had some exotic ones. They went real quick. You know, it was a black. It's called Wenge or Wenji wood. It's a hard wood, but I have they're made out of Osage orange, and they have a way of measuring the wood itself, right? So the Osage orange it's like twice as hard as hickory or what's the other one normally used? Oak, right? It's like a 22 or 2300 number on their measuring scale. So I have some. I even have some with Tudor, Boyles, Carver, and Tudor, Boyles, Carver, and Boudreaux, and then I have my Schoolboy ones. But every once in a while, I'll get some exotic wood, you know. Then I'll put it out there. They're just, you know, they're functional, but most people that get them, they just, you know, they hang it up for, you know, memorabilia's sake. But you can use them, you know. And I gave like you said, I did a video on the breaking sticks, you know, how to use it. Somebody asked me, and he asked the right way, because in today's world, you know, it ain't about the dog stuff like that. You know, he asked, how do I get them off a hide? You know, how do you get them off of, you know, what if you have a yard accident or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So it was a good question.
Well, I had one.
Hey,
Oh, let me give a shout out. Green Moon with a 2-piece. Tip, tip. Hey, get it.
Salute, Wing Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
schoolboy,
but Schoolboy,
we
Big A, can I go
go
first?
ahead.
Take me
Yes,
in,
sir.
cuz.
You may. Yes,
But
yes, you were. Yeah.
hey, but I wanted to say this, man, because on our live a couple weeks ago, you covered that, and I got dogs that will bite until their gums bleed. You know, like they're I mean, these are 2.5-year-old dogs now, and they're biting till their gums bleed because they just won't come off of it, you know. And so it's
Right.
oh snap, M1 with the 2-piece, tip, tip. Hey,
M1.
Hey. Yes, sir.
yeah. But hey, for the M1 white chocolate, Schoolboy, Fat Bill, Eli, y'all can. Well, Schoolboy, please don't answer it. I don't want to relegate y'all to not answering, but like I would Dogman TV too. We know y'all stuff, man, and that's great. But I want to make it fun for those who are getting into it.
There you go. I feel the same way.
Yeah, man. So here we go, y'all. This dog is a champion, and it is a male. And once again, how the game goes, y'all, is so I'll pull the dog up. If you are not getting it, I'll start reading dogs in the 4th generation and work my way up to the dam and sire of that dog. The first person to get it in the chat wins. And that's how the game goes, y'all. That being said, 3. Oh, and by the way, this is a champion, so it's a $10 champion prize for who wins it. Make sure y'all have Cash App and make sure you have Facebook because that's how you privately message us. Schoolboy, Solo, Big A. When I pull it up, if y'all will critique it, that would be just to look at the dog. Please don't say it. Don't slip and say it.
Okay.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
All right, and here we go.
Name that dog. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I'm in the comments right now.
Yeah. Python Don, welcome to the chat. Hey, so this picture is kind of grainy, y'all, but this is the picture from the actual pedigree. So, Schoolboy, would you say this dog is a little overdone, a little barrel chested, or elbows out a little bit, or is that just the chain?
Well, it's part of the chain. It'd be better if you could see a side view. But I'll say this when we talking about confirmation, and I've said it before, I'll keep saying it. Irregardless of how the dog is built, if he can use that to his advantage or it doesn't hamper his ability, then I just take the dog for what it is. There's preferences that people have. They like this, they like that. Most pit bulls are not barrel chested. Most pit bulls have good air. It's just in their genes because they come from competition dogs and they're working dogs and sporting dogs and all that. So, and some dogs don't have good air. Sometimes it's a physical defect. Sometimes it's just the dog itself. His litter mates might have and he may not. But generally, as a rule, most of them, they got pretty good air, man. Some have great air. But all of them, not all of them, but most of them, they got pretty good air, It's just, I can't really tell the chest, and he may be spreading his legs a little bit because of the chain,
Yeah.
Or that's just the way he's built. And that allows me to judge different builds, different structures, when I judge dogs. And as long as they're proportioned and symmetrical, however they're built, they have a chance to win with me. Because I appreciate all types of builds in dogs, different types.
Hey, so gentlemen, I'm gonna start going on this pedigree because we had some brothers put out some good guesses, but this will help y'all out. In the 4th generation, you have Patrick's, Bull Boy, Bob Register Merritt, and Patrick's Mabel. This is on top of Alexander's Sweet William and Alexander's Foxy Lady. Then you have, man, I can't even pronounce it. The champion BROUSSEAWS Buster.
Broussard's.
Yes, Buster.
Yeah, Broussard's champion Buster. Yeah, he beat. I think he beat. I think he beat champion Marcel. I think.
Okay. And then
just history.
And well, no, I appreciate you doing that, man, because I don't know these dogs right off the top of my head, and so I'd have to actually go into a forum or whatever to get the information.
For the record, I'm not familiar with the dog unless you tell me the name, but I don't recall the picture. That top side that you're saying, that's probably Queen of Hearts stuff. That Bullboy Bog to what is it? Maybe no, it's Bobby Jr. So it's Bobby Jr. off of Bullboy Bob and Mabel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So hold on, boy, you giving him too much.
Go ahead. I'm getting ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Jamila got it.
She got it.
You
got it. Hey,
you just told me, and I did it anyways.
I can't get that to my baby. I'll give you $10, but now I got to do another dog. Thank you. What
dog was it? What dog was it?
Champion Woody.
Okay,
baby,
I'm not familiar with him.
But now I got to pull up another one. Thank God Solo sent me more dogs. I can't believe you did that, man. Hey, but you know what? Shouts out to Wifey. She's getting better at reading pedigrees because I promise you she's not in the room with me right now. And we communicated that via our private WhatsApp. She's talking about run it back. I can't.
Okay, so it's a Boleo boomerang, Jeep and Red Boy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that it's Bobby Jr. to Reddy. That WCC Spanky. That's a littermate to Grand Champion Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, man. So Solo got me in the private chat. So Schoolboy, you and Big A can see it in the private chat. Solo, if you could send a picture and pedigree to our WhatsApp so I can get it uploaded to the because I uploaded these straight from our WhatsApp to the internet. Yeah, man. I can't believe she did that, man.
All she got to do is go to your wallet and pull out $10, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's good. She's interacting. She's in there. Shout out to the ladies.
Yeah,
that's good.
Like we just didn't go to Olive Garden Friday night and spend all my paycheck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
Also, y'all, as soon as Solo sends me the next one, y'all, I'm gonna post the next one. She will not participate. I will block her from the chat. That's a lie. I'm letting you know that's a lie. But yeah. So the next one, Solo, can you shoot it to me, bro? And then after that, I'm gonna shut it down because U of A is playing USC tonight. So I don't know if y'all know this, but I drive DoorDash and Lyft. So Bronny not playing, but they still sold out. They sold out the tickets with people expecting Bronny James to play. For those of y'all who don't know, LeBron James, eldest son, plays for USC. So people bought those tickets thinking he was going to be showing up in Tucson, Arizona, of all places. But yeah, man, that means that DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, and Uber Eats is going to be popping tonight.
Schoolboy, man, we need some of those commercials, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to do that.
You mean? Just send us send us some of the ones that you already have.
What do you mean?
You got a couple shirts, your books.
Oh,
all of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can send you some pics of them.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the Facebook.
Okay.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Lights up and the views up, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I do want to sorry to interrupt y'all. I do want to say before everybody get pissed off, Solo, I'm definitely putting you out there, bro. This was Solo idea. Because this dog has a lot of controversy. That's the only clue I'm giving you. This dog has a lot of controversy. I'm gonna do it because that's my brother. Because I already know where this is about to go. I'm about to get banned. I'm about to be on Facebook jail. Yeah, man. For those y'all who are watching on Facebook and Instagram, y'all can answer too. I know the YouTube crowd, they go real hard with it, bro. Yeah, matter of fact, look, I just got the notification from Facebook. We're having trouble streaming on Facebook. Hey, yeah. So
I hope it's not my fault. Maybe I talk too much.
Nah, it ain't you. It's because when I uploaded it, all my accounts are linked through the Google. So of course it flagged it on Facebook already because I had to upload it to the StreamYard. It's already ready to stream it. They tagged it, but we're gonna press anyways. Why not? We're gonna keep it real gangster over here, and we're gonna press with this one. Jamila Williams, do not participate in this next one. So here we go, y'all. Boom, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Champion.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like we got a comment already on this one.
Name that dog.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. Hey, Solo, you did that, man. Shouts out to Solo but Connected Kennels, man.
Yeah, I ain't seen that picture before. That's a good picture.
Yeah, it is.
You know that dog,
and
little boy. You know who it is.
Yeah, I know who. Yeah, I know who it is. He was out here. Is that okay to give a hint? He was out here.
Fat Bill in there. Come on, Fat Bill, man. Well, you can't do it either, man.
Fat Bill, stop. And look, Bill cheating for y'all, bro. Hey, man, love the Bill, bro. Man, love the Bill, man. Bill done gave it to him. Oh, man. Make him earn that $10, Bill. Make him earn it.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Hey, nah, but hey, I appreciate you, bro, but nah, that ain't Tam.
Yeah.
Dog, you gotta tune into some more shows, man. They don't look nothing like that. But thanks for the try, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. Yeah, good old college try.
Appreciate the effort.
All right, I guess somebody had to start running through the pedigree.
Uh-oh.
All right, let me get the pedigree uploaded to YouTube. When they call it out, we can share it with everybody.
They might not. That might not help, man. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, schoolboy. That's exactly. Hey, look, Fat Bill.
No, it's a good one. It's a good one to put up. Maybe it'll inspire people to check out peds, and see where these dogs are coming from.
Yeah.
But
like I said,
nope.
The controversy behind it. No.
Arrowhead, you know this.
Nope.
Eli Monster, you know this.
Arrowhead shouldn't be in it either because Arrowhead already wants some money tonight.
Against the grain bullies. Nope. Get an E for effort though.
Yeah, hey, Solo, this is a good one, Solo. This is a good one, man.
Dickie, I post them in my group several times, Dickie.
Exactly. That's why y'all got to get active on all the channels. Buck done talked about him. So I can't tell y'all every channel to talk about him because that'll hone it down for you too much.
They guessing though. They guessing.
Yeah, hey.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to earn that money. Ain't gonna just beat them.
Yeah, hey.
Everybody know.
Supreme excellence. What it do, man?
Yes, sir. Hey, if Fat Bill, hey, white chocolate. Nah, I can see that white chocolate, but he's not as robust as Red Boy. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Solo, you hit ooh up on this one, man. Oh, also Red Boy wasn't a champion. Red Boy was a 2-time winner.
Right.
Nope. Against the Grand Bullies, nope.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, one of Red Boy's wins was against a female.
Yeah, was it Dolly or Molly, something like that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, a catchweight female. I think it was Molly.
Yeah, his first one, against a female, and then he beat Jackson Hank Sire. What was his name? Damn it! Somebody will put it in the chat. Who was Jackson's Hank Sire?
Oh, no problem, white chocolate, bro. All right, so yeah, let me start going through this supposed pedigree for this dog. Hint, supposed pedigree for this dog. All right. Hubbard's Bounce to Heinzel's Bambi. On top of Tudor's John to D. Cordova's Zula. All right. Then you have Tudor's Daibo to Gordon's Red Lady. Not quite Prentice. And then you have Champion Heinzel's Peter to Heinzel's Skeeter. Mason's Wiz to Mason's Moss. Baby, I swear to God, you better not put it in the chat. Ross Bimbo to Fulkerson's Ginger. Mason's Wiz to Mason's Moss. Mason's Slice
Dogman TV
to Mason's Dorothy. All right. So that was the 4th generation. We're going to move into the 3rd generation for y'all. Here we go. 3rd generation. Tudor's Daibo to Gordon's Red Lady. Champion Tudor's Jeff to Tudor's Joy. And Schoolboy, correct me if I'm not giving these dogs their proper titles. If you know they're carrying wins that I'm not giving them credit for, please correct me, or anybody in the chat as well.
Okay.
Mason's Screws to Mason's Mini. Mason's Screws to Mason's Gale. Not quite, Eli. Hey, this was a good one, bro. This was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the 2nd generation of the pedigree. Tudor's Jeff to Tudor's Babe.
Yeah, Jeff was a champion too.
Hey, Dogman TV got a good question too. Mason's Nero to Mason's Wave. No, sir, Weemoo. All right. The Dam and the Sire in the 1st generation. Mason's Rebel to Mason's Lisa. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah. You giving it to them, it's not clicking.
Yeah.
I done did everything. We got a PIN number.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Charles Johnson. Hey.
There you go. Congratulations, Charles.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles done one time. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And just got lunch. It's lunch money.
Yeah, man.
When you got to the Mason stuff, that was a key right there.
Yeah, man. That's
hey, that's and that's Charles Johnson's 2nd time winning.
It is his 2nd time, and I should have banned him. I said Arrowhead. I ain't saying that about Charles.
Hey, he cleaning up tonight, man. Let me hold something, Charles.
Yeah, man. Hey, so Schoolboy, Solo, and Big A for the next live. Let's put it down to an era. You know, I don't want to go modern era just yet, but we'll put it within a decade. The dogs that have been performing within a certain decade, so we can narrow it down. So everybody in the chat can, they can do their research of that decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can even narrow it down to a specific state, so that it's you can just focus on dogmen in that state and give those dogmen in that state their credit.
Homework assignment.
Yeah. So y'all, you know what? I'll even give it to the chat. Those of y'all who are here tonight, since y'all get first dibs, y'all tell us what decade or what state, and whichever one gets the most votes, that's where we'll pull the information from for the next time we do this game show. And I'll do it on my live, man. I don't care if I have to DoorDash or Uber, a little bit extra to make it fun. This is fun to me because it's as I read these pedigrees to y'all, I'm starting to see connections here.
Yeah. I'm voting Texas or Oklahoma.
I vote no.
We should do 2010 and over though. We shouldn't really do it too modern, just like 2010 and older. So it'll be about 14, 15 years ago at least. I mean,
my only reservation for that solo is a lot of these guys know those dogs, really know those dogs. Depending on where you're from, you might have even been on a yard where one of those dogs was kept or lived at in that area, and that influence is all over the place. You've read those pedigrees a million times in your area. But it'll be interesting.
You could do like the 60s Louisiana.
Yeah, my wife.
I think that'd be a good
one. My wife said California.
There you go.
I'm with Charles Johnson though. I would say Texas. I'm with Texas.
I think you and Charles are. I'm pretty sure you were slipping him there. Hey, our Big A was cheating.
Yeah. That's my boy now, man. I'm fooling with Charles Johnson, man.
With Mason's hog, he won several battles, some of them over 2 hours. That's why he looks the way he does. And he was actually stolen, brought to California. He was returned later, but while he was out here, they crossed him with some of the Freddie Jones stuff, which makes sense because Freddie Jones and what was his name? Freddie Jones and Leo Kennard, I think they had Buck or Jeff. I think it was Buck. Yeah, Buck, which would be, Dibo to Red Lady. Spike, Buck, and Jeff were litter mates. So you see that in Mason's hog's pedigree in the background. So it makes sense that it would click with the Buck, Ed Crenshaw stuff that Freddie Jones and them had,
So we got 2 for Texas, 2 for Cali, and 2 for Mexico.
May I make a suggestion as well, though, y'all? Because I want to think outside the box. Schoolboy brought up something very, very valid that I want y'all to pay attention to. One consideration I would like is let's even limit it to things like dogs that had to go beyond 2 hours to win. It doesn't have to be locations and eras. There's so many different things because by doing that, you're going to find what temperaments and what traits you like, and you'll be able to research bloodlines that have those temperaments and traits, not only giving the dogs their credit and their due history, but we do a slap mill race here on our channel. Kudos to Schoolboy for that idea. And, I'm looking to add some wind to my stuff because my stuff can bite, but, I can run with my dogs and I feel like I can keep up with my dogs, but I've seen some of y'all with dogs that look like they can run for 8 hours straight.
Greyhound type. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I think Hooker Red is another one that I'm pretty sure went well over the 2 hour mark. There's a lot of them, but it would give you a pool of dogs to look at and narrow it down for you for the shows. But I think this was a successful show. I want to salute Schoolboy. I want to salute Solo But Connected. I want to salute Big A. And I'm gonna give you brothers a chance for y'all part and comments, but we're gonna shut it down because I do want to go get another shift in because Charles Johnson took all my money tonight.
Yeah.
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 Man, I like to send a shout out to the chat, man. Y'all was real active tonight, man, and dropping some real jewels in the chat too, man. Shout out to M1, Eli, you know, everybody in the chat, man. And check us out next week, man. The show's gonna continue to get better, and we just growing, man, and y'all growing with us.
Absolutely.
Hey, can we do a
Thanks,
back
Eric.
maybe 5 minutes after this? Just a
I
quick
got
little.
time.
Okay. But
Yeah,
shout out
thanks
to
everybody for chiming in. I like to see, I watch different channels, and I like seeing the same people in different chats and different vids and stuff. And thanks for supporting Samurai and Big A and what they're doing. Keep it up. And lot of good people in here, man. It was lively.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Solo, go ahead, bro.
I just want to salute the chat, man. This type of show wouldn't really work without participation from the chat. So
Yeah.
everybody, man, even the young brother that said that might have been Tab, salute to him. He tried. And
Yeah.
salute to Fat
Yes,
Bill
sir.
and him. It looked like it was finna get a little funky, but it was good sportsmanship, And at the end of the day, it wasn't nothing that blew up. So that's the kind of spirit we want to keep in here, man. We don't want it to get messy. We might joke around and play, but we still gonna be respectful,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Big shouts out to the chat, man. I'm gonna do another quick roll call, man, for what I can get. There's a lot of y'all in here. If I say your name twice, it's because I'm just literally going through 2 hours worth of stuff, man. And if I miss you, I don't hate you. It's just my human nature. Lil Wayne said that. Yeah, man. It's all about the culture, all about moving the culture forward. And I really want to show love, man, because like y'all show us love. Because of y'all, we started off as a channel that had 130 subscribers. We just cracked 2,000 last month, and we just cracked 250,000 views for our lifetime. We've been seen in countries like New Zealand. The Philippines loves what we talk about, y'all. Every one of the dog channels. If y'all not shout out the Philippines, please get them their love. Melbourne, New Zealand, the UK. They can't have the dogs the way we have them. So they really support all of the American game bred dogs. Man, y'all were super active. I'm still scrolling. Yeah, man. So here we go. Wifey, Mrs. McFarland, Deaf Dogs, Tony M, not Montana. We Living Life Dogs, Crockett. Also, Crockett had the dog of the month, y'all. Raven, beautiful looking dog, man. Eli Monster, Mom Dukes, Arrowhead, D, one of our newer subscribers. Who else we got here? Sir Kennels. I'm gonna skip his name. I'm gonna just put it on the screen for y'all real quick because he took all my money. Nah, shouts out to Charles.
Yeah, that's my partner now, man. Yeah, Charles, that's my boy. Yeah. It's me and you, Charles. It's me and you, man. It's just us, man. It's just us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Word list. Mr. 216 in the building. Mike Dan, man. Hey, man, the fat TV gang comes through in a major way, bro. Shark Tank members come through in a major way. Dogman TV came through and blessed us, man. Thank y'all so much, Dogman TV. And I want to say it was Dolly. One of the answers to your question, Dogman TV, is Dolly or Molly was the female he matched into. She was a catch-weight dog, and they went ahead and scratched him. And in one of my episodes, I talked about it. I think that was a great display of gameness on Red Boy because some males won't scratch into a female. Personal opinion. Let me see who else we had in here, man. Lay Marshall, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Schoolboy. Schoolboy, we appreciate you for coming through.
Hey, Schoolboy can see what's in our chat, right?
Yeah.
I'm finna send a picture in there, Schoolboy.
Okay, I'm not sure I can do that. How you do that? Did I just press on the chat button?
It should say private chat, Schoolboy. Fat Bill, shouts out to you for coming through, man. Also, Fat Bill, thank you for that. Man, that auction was cool last night, bro. You have the auctioneer's voice and holding down for the Carolinas, man. Mike Dan came through and blessed us, man. We appreciate you, Mike Dan. Brother M1, always, man. And for a lot of y'all don't know this, man. Brother M1 is a giant. Brother M1 is a giant. All right. Yeah. So when he say he won't smoke, he means that. And yeah, man. You better be a real bulldog going to my brother.
And big shout out to Welcome Down Ram too. Big shout out.
Yeah, Ram. And y'all, that's my fault. Ram, there's a part 2, 3, and 4 of Ram's interview. I was so busy editing the documentary that I didn't get to edit Ram's interview to put it out. But we do have a Welcome Down Ram interview coming out for those y'all, so y'all can learn about Welcome Down Ram, the young bull in the game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Who else we had in here? Dickie Foster, man. Always, man. It's always a pleasure to see Dickie Foster, man. Dickie Foster be liking stuff that ain't got nothing to do with dogs, man. I appreciate it.
He's good people, man. Dickie, my boy.
Yeah. Uncle Willie. Yeah, man. OG. Brandon Blue. Sunrise J. Luke Cage in here, man. He punched through walls like that Marvel character. Yeah, man. Buck City.
Buck.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Buck and Dogman TV. Please post in the chat when y'all going live again so the brothers can find y'all and make sure we there, man. Y'all know I try to come through when I can, but I work a lot. And so a lot of times I can't comment in the chat because a lot of times I'm listening to y'all while I'm either working out or driving. Sir Kennels.
Crockett.
Yeah, oh yeah, Crockett. Yeah.
Deaf Dogs.
Hey, send a picture.
Supreme Excellence.
Yes, sir. Supreme is a member too. Hey, also, I want to say this about our chat, man. I respect y'all because Against the Grain Bullies came to here and he showed us love, man. Because y'all know we trying to spread love to the bully world as well, man. Shouts out to you, Against the Grain Bullies, man. Because there's a lot of bully brothers who will not come in here and kick it with us, APBT guys. Hey, mad respect to you, bro. Scratch hard.
Yeah. Talk of the City Kennel. What up?
White chocolate.
Uncle Willie's. Yeah, white chocolate. Yeah. Uncle Willie's Kennel. See you, man.
Martinez Game Dogs.
Yeah. Sir Kennels.
Yeah.
Prentice Carr, good people too, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Yes, sir.
Wayne Moon.
Wayne Moon.
Gets the
He's
E for
everywhere.
effort. Yeah, he gets the E for effort. You ain't get it today, but I bet you get it next week, though.
El Key. Python Don. Dogo Argentina. Dogo Verdado Podcast.
Martinez Game Dog.
Like that. I'm pretty sure I messed that up, man. But is that means truthfully, right? Verdado.
Yep. Real. Yeah, verdadero.
Thank you.
Hey,
so
Dre, I sent it to your. Oh, my fault about that, brothers.
You good? Go ahead, bro.
I sent it to your personal number because it wouldn't let me put it in the chat. If you can somehow get that to Schoolboy.
Yeah. Schoolboy, I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Okay. I'll check it out after we done.
All right, y'all. So it's been an amazing one, y'all. As always, next Wednesday is a members only chat. So for those y'all who are members, we're gonna come through and we're gonna talk to y'all members because I look at the members like investors. So I always try to make sure I take what they want to see on the channel into account. Always, the members say they want something on the channel, and I can make it happen. It's going to happen. It's all love, but they're paying a little extra, so I think they deserve a little bit more say so in how things are executed. Peace, love, and blessings to all of y'all. We're gonna shut it down, and I'm gonna get my brothers in the back chat. But before we do, let me hit y'all with one last commercial.
He's for you. Too many mind.
Too many mind?
Mind the
Watch that
school.
thing, son.
Mind the
Watch it.
people.
Let him go, Andre.
Mind the enemy.